What's up, guys? All right, so today is Sunday school for the Dropouts. A friend recently asked me why I was converting to Catholicism, and I know that seems strange. Why would I convert? Why would I become a Catholic? Aren't the Catholics crazy? He told me I was going in the wrong direction, and he laughed. And I kind of laughed too because I thought it was funny because he didn't say it because he thought a different religion was right and that Catholics were wrong, except he does think Catholics are wrong because he thinks basically all religions are wrong. See, he doesn't believe in anything. He's agnostic. And so to him, the right direction is going away from all of it. In other words, that the only rational decision a human could make it would be to embrace doubt. And he was curious as to why, a grown-ass man, me, with any lick of sense, probably not me, could believe all that mumbo-jumbo. And I smiled. I told him, the truth was that basically I just absolutely love it. And I'm weird enough not to let other people's expectations stop me from doing what I know is right. Now, he wouldn't understand, if I tried to explain how St. Joan of Arc led me to the Catholic Church. He wouldn't get it if I muttered something about truth, beauty, and goodness. He would just disregard any type of discussion on natural theology or Thomas Aquinas. And a transcendental argument would be useless, and a plea for conversion would be pointless. Sometimes you just have to tell your story, and just be honest. You don't always know why you do the things you do, right? But you feel it. You feel like it's the right thing sometimes. And that's me, man. I'm led by this mysterious vision, this mystical wave of, I don't even know what it is. It's God, but I can't explain it. And I feel like when I try to tell people of it, it makes even less sense. So let's just change the topic for a little bit. Let's change direction altogether. I want to talk about the story of Peter walking on the water. Now, Peter, if you don't know, was an apostle of Jesus. The story's in the book of Matthew. It's like chapter 14. It's basically this. All the disciples, they're in this boat. And Jesus is out there. He's walking on the water. And Peter asks him, hey, can I join? Now, I'm paraphrasing all this, obviously, and I'm kind of making a little light of it. But Jesus says, yeah, come on out here. So Peter starts to walk out to meet him. He starts to see the waves and the wind, and he gets nervous. And this just seems to make things worse, and he starts to sink. He cries out for Jesus to save him. And that's what Jesus does. He sticks his hand out, and Peter grabs a hold. And Jesus asks him why he doubted. Now, there's a lot that could be said about this passage, and I'm not a preacher or a theologian, right? I'm not a philosopher. I'm like a simple dude, and I'll just take this story at face value. Sometimes we want to do something great, and we just jump right in. But the world hits back. The wind, it howls in our face. The waves crash against our back. It's easy to have doubts, to let our fear control our emotions, to be paralyzed by suffering, and just want it all to end. I sometimes wonder, was it Peter's faith in God that was in question, or his doubt in himself? Because he seemed willing to follow Jesus anywhere, and he had, faith that Jesus could save him. I mean, he hollered out to him when he was sinking. So what happened? I wonder if he didn't start thinking about his place in the world, how he had no right to be out there walking on the waves. He was a fish out of water, so to speak. Just a man walking among the gods. He had no right to be out there. I don't know. I understand this feeling. It's easy to doubt ourselves. We can't seem to see past our own insecurities, our previous failures, our internal criticisms. It's difficult to see yourself as God sees you, created in his image with purpose and design. It seems to carry a lot of baggage, a lot of expectations. And Who can live up to it all? I've got this patient I've been treating for depression. Our goal is simple. Just live today and we'll deal with tomorrow later, right? Each session becomes a chance to whittle away at his fears, to fight back against his anxieties, to take control of his life. But the truth is, we don't live just today. We live in a continuum. And if we have purpose, if we're created in God's image, then tomorrow matters as well. I don't have a pill to take away his suffering. Instead, we work on focus. My goal is not to infuse him with pop psychology or to inflate his ego or to make him a narcissist. The key is not to focus on the chaos or the self, but to focus on the other. The key is to understand your place on the water. And we make slow progress. We set goals, we make new ones. Every day a little bit better. And with this, we stop looking at the storm or the waves or whatever other metaphor you want to use. Instead, we focus on something greater. Now, if you struggle with depression, it may seem that there's no end in sight. Like life spirals down and all your options seem to disappear. This funnel of despair is brutally unrelenting. But that's when we have to understand our place. We are on the water, but we are not alone. We are hit by the waves, but we are not alone. We may be weak, but we are not alone. We may struggle with doubt, but we are not alone. We may have failed millions of times, but we are not alone. We may be sinking, but we are not alone. We are nothing more than one outstretched hand away. God does not call us onto those waves into the storm for us to drown. He calls us to walk with Him.